good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us on May 28th, 2024 for the regular scheduled village board meeting. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Tony, roll call, please.
Commissioner Bowles.
Here.
Trustees Amos.
Here.
Brockman.
Here.
Carroll.
Here.
Chapman.
Here.
Luciano.
Here.
And Selfridge.
Here. All right, we do have a quorum for this evening. We'll move into our next agenda item, which would be citizens. Are there any citizens wishing to address the village board this evening? Seeing none, we'll move into this evening's consent agenda. Item number 1 will be approval of the regular meeting minutes for May 14th, 2024. Item 2 will be approval of accounts payable in the amount of $58,900.01. Item 3 is approval of the payment in the amount of $450,378.81 to Holiday Sewer and Water. That's for the 2024 Valencia Linwood Water Main Replacement Project. And item number 4 is a payment in the amount of $24,900 to Cosgrove Construction for our street light painting project. Is there any items that board member has a question or need any further information?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second. Motion Luciano, second Carroll. Roll call, please.
Brockman.
Yes.
Carroll.
Yes.
Chapman.
Yes.
Luciano.
Yes.
Selfridge.
Yes.
And Amos.
Yes.
All right, our consent agenda has been approved. Moving into reports and communications. We do have one certificate to recognize. Lana, was there anything else that you had received prior to this evening's meeting?
No, sir.
All right, thank you. With that, we do have the Government Finance Officers Association Award, a Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in regards to government financial reporting. This is a certificate our finance department was awarded in regards to financial reporting and meeting some of the federal criteria. So with that, congratulations to the finance department. Ms. Burkholder, is there anything you'd like to add to that?
Thank you so much, of course, for the acknowledgement and for your support during the budget process. Thank you for everybody's work and to staff for their work in preparation of that budget. So, thank you.
Thank you. With that, we will move into this evening's order of business. Business item number 1 will be consideration for approval of bid award and contract to Hacienda Landscaping for the River's Edge Park Phase A project in the amount of $1,034,690.25 and authorize execution of the contract consistent with bid documents. Public Works Director Noriega.
Thank you, Mayor. So we're now ready to break ground on Phase A. So Phase A is going to be includes the construction of the partial parking lot, also partial of our trail system, volleyball court, kayak launch, and the playground and shelter. Okay? 2 bids were received. Hacienda Landworks. Hacienda is the low bidder in the amount of $1,034,690.25. If you recall, Hacienda may sound familiar. They were successfully completed the village's Diana Park and Kids Corner Park for us. So our fiscal year 2025 budget reflects approximately $1.2 million for this construction of this project. Remember, we also have a $600,000 OSLAG grant for this work too. So we are recommending the village board accept the bid proposal and award the contract to Hacienda Landscaping for the River's Edge Park Phase A project in the amount of $1,034,690.25 and authorize execution of the contract consistent with the bid documents. Any questions?
Noriel, is there any discussion as to any understanding why there's only a couple of bidders on what would appear to be a pretty good sized park project?
The only thing that we were able to do is, it's a park project, so it's a little bit lower, smaller, it's a specialized project, especially with the playground equipment. There is just a parking lot and trail system. But this area, we are busy, not only just here for ourselves with water main project and road projects, especially with all the IDOT work. program, so a lot of the contractors in this area is simply busy.
Fair enough, I'm just simply curious. I figured a $1 million park project might draw a little more interest.
I wish there was at least 4 or 5 bidders. Good news is it's still on the way.
Agreed. Any board members have any questions for Noriel regarding this project?
I've got one so the Oslo grant 600, we're matching the 600. Do we need to get to the 1.2? Or is there, since we're below budget, do we find something that we can keep completing?
The OSLAG grant will cover not only the construction, but our design.
Okay.
So the design concept with all of our fees, we're over 1.2 million. We'll be
Okay.
able to recoup the total 600,000.
Perfect, thank you.
Any other questions?
I'll make a motion for approval of a bid award and contract to Hacienda Landscaping for the Rivers Edge Park Phase A project in the amount of $1,034,690.25, and to authorize execution of the contract consistent with the bid documents.
Second.
Motion Selfridge, second Luciano. Roll call, please.
Carol,
Yes.
Chapman,
Yes.
Luciano.
Yes.
Selfridge,
Yes.
Amos.
Yes.
And Brockman.
Yes. All right, business item number 2 will be consideration for approval of a bid award and contract to deconstruction for the 2024 Earl Geneva Road reconstruction and water main replacement project in the amount of $4,301,638.22 and authorize execution of the contract consistent with the bid documents. Noriel. It's a big number, Noriel.
It is a big number. So this is not just a water main replacement and a simple resurfacing. This is a full reconstruction of both Earl and Geneva in our industrial area. So it's a full reconstruction of the roadway from the base all the way up to the top. Pavement is in very poor condition, especially in our industrial area with a little bit large size, heavier trucks in this area. It is recommended not only just for a simple resurfacing, but a full reconstruction. The water main was originally installed in the 1970s and is showing significant signs of deterioration, so the water main also is identified to be replaced here. So the project is going to include new pavement, new curbs, sidewalk, path, 3,300 linear feet of new 12-inch water main, new fire hydrant, street lighting, and of course all the restoration associated with it. It is again in our industrial area in the middle of town. Our fiscal year 25 budget includes $5.3 million for this project. We're anticipating construction to begin at the end of June and be substantially completed by the end of November. We received 3 bids on this project. Deconstruction with the low bidder in the amount of $4.3 million. If you recall, deconstruction also successfully completed our Amadage water main replacement project and also our Rivers Edge mass grading. So they've been working in town and we've had no significant issues with the contractor. They've been working well with us. Staff is recommending the village board accept the bid proposal and award the contract to deconstruction for the Earl Geneva project in the amount of $4,301,638.22 and authorize execution of the contract consistent with the bid documents. Any question?
I do.
Yes, sir.
They show in here the completion for November the 30th, but then they also have May 30th of 2025.
That's
What is
for, just in case there's any kind of landscaping issues, if the grass thing grows up. Substantial completion will be done by the end of the year.
Okay.
End of the year or November?
November.
My only question is, when we do projects like this, do the contracts, because I don't think we saw the whole contract, is there any penalties or anything if they're not done by the date they give?
We follow the IDOT specifications, so depending on the amount of the contract and if there's any kind of delays, we can implement if we needed to.
Well, what's good about this project is we budgeted 5.3, and we had some concerns that this might actually go to 5.8. And the fact that this came in at 4.3, that's over $1 million under budget for what we were anticipating, so.
Does the contract have the language in there that we have the right to penalize them if they don't meet the completion date?
Yes.
It's in there?
Yes. When we do all the bid documents, yes.
Okay.
And second, I'm sure everybody noted, the runner-up bid was relatively close. So it's good to see that the top 2 were pretty competitive in that regard, especially in the scope, so. Any other questions regarding that project? Take a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve as read by Norio.
Motion trustee Amos,
Second.
second trustee Chapman, roll call please.
Chapman,
Yes.
Luciano,
Yes.
Selfridge,
Yes.
Amos,
Yes.
Brockman,
Yes.
and Carol.
Yes.
All right, item number 2 has been approved. Item number 3, reconsideration for approval of a proposal for professional engineering services with Christopher Burke Engineering for Phase 3 construction services for the 2024 Earl Geneva Road Reconstruction Water Main Replacement Project in the amount not to exceed $397,888. Back to Mr. Norgay.
Thank you again, Mayor. So this is again for the same project. This is for the time for Christopher Burke to be out there with their staff to be able to inspect all the construction and observe and make sure it's being built to the specifications of the contract. So it's as simple as that. So staff is recommending the village board approve the proposal for professional engineering services with Seabelt for Phase 3 construction services for our Earl Geneva project in the amount not to exceed $397,888. Any questions?
Any questions for anybody regarding engineering services? Pretty standard for us. Motion to approve.
I'll make a motion for the approval of a proposal for professional engineering services with Christopher Burke Engineering for Phase 3 construction services for the 2024 Earl Geneva Road Reconstruction and Water Main Replacement Project in the amount not to exceed $397,888.
Second.
Motion Selfridge, second Carol. Roll call, please.
Luciano,
Yes.
Selfridge,
Yes.
Amos,
Yes.
Brockman,
Yes.
Carol,
Yes.
and Chapman.
Yes.
All right, item number 4, reconsideration for approval of the purchase and payment amount of $195,522.45 to Truck Equipment Enterprises for a 2024 Ford F600 4x4 regular with a crane truck. Public Works.
Thank you
Last
again. Thank you again, Mayor. So this request is in our fiscal year 2025 budget. We had originally planned to build this to our specifications. However, existing crane truck was removed from service due to its condition, structural issues that our mechanic had found. And now, because of that, we cannot wait over 12 months for the new crane truck to come in that meets our bill. So the crane truck that we're replacing is a 2007 Ford 550, 17 years old, has over 80,000 miles. We made it last this long. And usually we have a recommended service life of approximately 15 years. This truck has been on our replacement wish list since 2022, where we've been making necessary repairs to keep it going. Prior to our annual inspection for our safety lane inspection that's required by the state, our inspection was performed by our foreman, and they found that there was significant corrosion in the support steel members for the crane itself, which render it out of service now. So we do need a new crane truck. Due to these findings, we can no longer go through our normal routine to build one, and so we are asking to be able to purchase one, whatever's on the lot. We were able to locate 3 that meet or very close to our specifications. The crane truck is used for a number of applications for our staff. For us, mainly, you could think right away it's for our utilities, but we use it for a lot of other things. So the easy one for me to be able to at least identify and explain is, for our lift stations, to be able to pull our submersible pumps out of the wells to be able to service them. Sometimes they're clogged. Sometimes we need to pull them for just preventive maintenance and visual inspections to make sure everything's operating correctly with that. We also use it for valve replacements, lowering a valve on the existing into the manhole. We also use it for just routine fire hydrant replacement. So the staff uses it to lower the fire hydrant and set it in place. Most critical for us is in the emergency type situation where at 2 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday, maybe a holiday weekend, all of a sudden our pumps are not functioning and they're going, shutting down because they're clogged, so staff has to pull it. Yes, we could rent the piece of equipment, but sometimes there's no guarantee that that's gonna be available to us for that moment, at that moment in time. Then it's trying to call other municipalities in our neighborhood and around us, hoping that we can borrow theirs. We also use it for the hydraulic wrenches that are on this. This is the only piece of equipment that we have to be able to utilize it. We can't turn in rusted bolts. We have hydraulic wrenches that will be part of this piece of equipment. And we also use it for our mobile air shoring. So even on a simple water main break for our shoring apparatuses that we use, sometimes we just don't use a simple trench box, but we use the air hammer. This is the only piece of equipment that is able to give us the type of pressure that we need to keep those shoring functional for us. We don't have an air compressor that you normally see that we use on a trailer that we pull around. This is it for us. So our budget allocates $215,000 for this purchase. The new crane truck is what we're asking for, slightly upgraded from the one that we currently have. Some of the big highlights for it is that it's an 8,000-pound crane versus a 6,000-pound crane. It's a F600 versus a F550, so it's a little bit bigger frame, a little bit bigger engine and truck. So the vendor that we're looking at is Truck Equipment Enterprises. They're out of Utah. They have the truck that is right now on the lot, fits most of our needs. They're providing the government discounts for the chassis itself. And it's for a total of $195,522.45, which includes shipping here. So we are recommending the village board approve a purchase and payment for a 2024 Ford F600 4x4 crane truck from Truck Equipment Enterprises in the amount of $195,522.45. Any questions?
Gordon?
Didn't we approve this several months ago? The purchase of a crane truck?
No.
We never approved this.
It's in the budget. Yeah, it was a budgeted item. We never purchased to buy it yet. It was in the budget.
Are you say you got most of your options, are you comfortable with whatever compromises you had to make?
Of course.
Not building it?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you had to build it, what's your build time?
Over 12 months, 10 to 12 months is, I think, what they estimated to build it.
At what cost increase?
Well, we didn't put everything, the package together. We have a budget of $215,000 that we would aim for to come below that.
Okay. So, are you gonna add more to this truck once you get it?
Not to my knowledge. I mean, the wish list items we have is a mobile welding equipment. This one doesn't have it. The third truck max from Florida for $207,000 has that equipment, but it's, again, the price reflects that. Could we ask for it in the future? We could, but not without request from in the budget process.
And you can retrofit that?
Yes.
Any other questions?
The truck, when you receive it, will probably be online soon after that.
Yes, so we'll have to add some safety lighting and, of course, our logo.
All right.
So, yes.
Surplus out the other one and upon arrival, I would assume, try to recapture anything if available?
Yes.
I'll make the motion to approve as read.
Motion trustee Amos on the truck.
Second.
Second trustee Selfridge. Roll call, please.
Selfridge,
Yes.
Amos.
Yes.
Brockman,
Yes.
Carroll,
Yes.
Chapman,
Yes.
and Luciano.
Yes. All right, item number 4 has been approved. With that, we will move into trustee comments for the meeting. Trustee Amos.
Thank you, Mayor. No comments tonight?
No problem. Trustee Brockman.
Thank you, Mayor. Our next planning and zoning meeting will be June 5th. Natalie has spelled out what we have coming, discussing concept plan for hotel development on the southwest frontage road, holding a public hearing on a We Rock the Spectrum Kids Gym, provided that the applicants can attend the meeting, and and discussing concept plans for Clover Development Senior Housing, which I believe would be, on Black Road,
That's what.
north of Aldi's, in that area. So, a lot of stuff going on, June 5th, thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Carroll. Trustee Chapman.
No comment.
And trustee Luciano.
Citizens Advisory Committee is on summer break, will not meet again until September 26th. Anyone interested in getting involved can get in touch with myself or any of the members through the information on the village website. Thank you.
And trustee Selfridge.
Thank you, Mayor. No comment.
With that, I want to thank the board members that were able to make it out to our Memorial Day event and to all of our public that came out. The weather was great. We had about a 30-minute memorial service out there, and we heard a lot of great reviews of how the village itself handles itself and presents. So again, thank you to staff and board members for coming out and everybody getting the site cleaned up, ready to go. With that, take a motion to adjourn.
Motion adjourned.
Motion trustee Amos, second trustee Carroll. Roll call on that, please.
Amos.
Yes.
Brockman.
Yes.
Carroll.
Yes.
Chapman.
Yes.
Luciano.
Yes.
And Selfridge.
Yes.
All right, we are adjourned.